Testing. Good morning, people, folks, Tiny Army. Today, I'm here to expose my ex-lover who jilted me so that all the people who are enamored with them can actually take notes and learn from my past mistakes. So I have a terrible dating history. Everybody knows that. Right, and then if you can see, there is a linky to a description, and that description is for this romance carnival. So I'll just like to go through a little bit of my relationship history with Webnovel. Webnovel is a major fuckboy of like the e-fiction category, because there is no other person who is greater than Webnovel when it comes to writing fiction. Alright, if you go to like the Forbes list of e-fiction, Webnovel is number 1 on that Forbes list. They are everybody's favorite sugar daddy, and they started the sugar daddy game. So honestly, if I wasn't picked up from the streets of Wattpad, I would never have learned about them. And I have spent a total about maybe 2-3 years with them. And this is what I can say. Alright, Webnovel doesn't love anybody. Alright, there is no favorite lover. There may be a favorite mistress, but there is no one that Webnovel truly loves. They are a fuckboy through and through. Why do I say that? Alright, let's just take a look at this romance carnival contest. Those of you who know, October marks like the end of the very long WSA competition that some of you might have gone through. This is the romance carnival, like not long after it ended, not long after the content editors mass resigned, and not long after they mass recruited new content editors, this came out. Alright, I want to show you something that's really interesting as well, because like if you go under here, there is all these things, right? So there is a genre carnival of good novel. Okay, so good novel is like the Forbes list number 2 of sugar daddies on like the e-fiction sites. They have like a lot of these as well, and they are like rivals. They are like competitors. They are like the ones who, you know, okay, I don't know, but I was introduced to good novel by my very good friend Sanskar before I became a VTuber. Alright, today I want to like talk a little bit about these two. They are like the top 2 stiff competitors out there. So if you want sugar daddies to pay for your like writing, this is how it works. Alright, so Webnovel started first, good novel came out later. Both of them were very good at what they did, but they were very good at making you feel good. So why do I say that? Because Webnovel is the kind of person or the kind of company that treats their writers like girlfriends. So they originally give you a lot of things, they tell you a lot of nice stuff, they pamper you, and they say that, oh, don't worry about it, leave everything to me. Like they will make you work for it. And then after that, if you can't, they say, oh, it's okay, we will take care of you, don't push it, like not too much. So initially it was like a tier. They give you a tier. They're like the, oh, you know, I don't ask for a lot, but if you do this minimal of 40,000 words, you get like $200 a month. If you do a little bit more and you're a little bit more enthusiastic, you're a good girl, you deserve more. Like if you write 60,000 words, we're gonna give you like 300 USD a month. And if you're a very hardworking lady, I love a hardworking and determined and self-inspired, disciplined, ambitious woman, I'm gonna reward you with 400 USD a month for writing 80,000 words. By the way, if you are not a writer and you don't know what 80,000 words look like, 80,000 words is like the common length of any novel that you see out there. It's about 80,000 words. So Webnovel's essentially saying, write me a novel in 1 month and $400 would be yours. Yes, not a lot of writers who started off with Webnovel knew what that was. And honestly, if you count like 80,000 words, alright, I am not the best, okay? 80,000 words, 80,000 words divided by like say a month has 30 days, you're essentially writing about Am I right? Did I do this right? 80, oops, no, not 800. You're essentially writing about 2,600 words a day. If not 2,000, it's about 3,000 words a day, okay? You're writing about 3,000 words a day. For a newbie writer, that is like way too much. So, but Webnovel doesn't let you know that. Webnovel is like oh baby, you're such a talented person. We just want you to succeed, and we're gonna give you this opportunity because you're so special, and we've taken a liking to what you do. You just need the chance. Why don't you come over and work for me? That's what they tell all these writers. And then these writers, they will be like, oh my god, that's like it's like my entire dream, it's like my childhood dream. And then you dream of marrying this guy who is like rich, who's like smart, who is like funny, who is like everybody's dream girl. And then you're like, oh my god, they took an interest of all people, me. And you like just can't believe it, and it sounds like too good to be true. And then you're like, oh my god, yes. But they make you sign this thing called a contract. Okay, they say, yes girl, I love you and everything, but before you get this on, I just want to make sure that we're clear. All relationships need to start with healthy boundaries, and here's mine. So you have no room of negotiation. They just give you a contract. They're like, oh, you have options. You can choose to go for an exclusive or an exclusive. That's what happened like in the beginning. There was no non-exclusive contract. So if you signed the exclusive contract, that was it. You're signing a life away. And us being like the first or second gen of web novel writers, we were like that. Okay, that sounds good, because in the traditional publishing, it's royalties are not 50%, okay? Even though web novel says 50%, it's not 50%, it's like maybe 30ish%, but 30ish% is actually way higher than the royalties of publishing houses, and publishing houses pay you advance. So web novels advance, inverted commas, quote unquote advance, is actually this MGS thing, which you can check in my free e-course if you want to know what the fuck that is, right? So they have this thing where they give you payouts if you do a certain word limit every month, whether or not it sells. But here's the catch, okay? Webnovel is a very smart businessman. He doesn't just look for lovers. He looks for potential investment in his lovers, and he says, oh, you worked hard. And he's thinking like, okay, if I do the marketing, will you sell? Will the work that you write sell? If it doesn't, after 4 months, they're like, oh, sorry, baby. I really love to, but it's not really getting the, I don't feel the spark and the chemistry that we have in this relationship. I'm so sorry, but if you want to, we can still meet up for coffee. That's what web novel sounds like. So after 4 months, you do not get their interest. They're like lukewarm to you. And then if you are like somebody who does really, really well, okay, like exceptionally well, they put you up on a billboard, they take you out to parties, they show you to their business partner like, hey, this is so and so, this is my lover, I am so proud of her, she is so smart, she's so successful, she's so beautiful, like she's gonna be my like fiance if we get together and stuff like that. We're still working out. And then for a long time you'll be treated like a golden goose. They will worship you. They will give you almost everything that you want. Okay, and then that's when it happens, like when you end the work and you no longer produce things that give them benefits. Web novel is like, oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you, but well, I enjoyed our time together. That's why I think web novel is a huge fuckboy. So exposing web novel. This contest is created not long after WSA ended. Why? Because Good Novel launched this on 11th of November, which is not too far. Today is like the 15th of November. Web Novel launched this on like the 15th of November, which is today. It's like, can you see the It ends in March on Good Novel, and it ends in February on Web Novel. So what this is about is the constant rivalry between the two, because Good Novel stole the WSA content contest. And then after that, Web Novel steals Good Novel's werewolf contest. And then now they are like having this thing. So I'm just like, I'm just sitting back here with my popcorn, watching my ex fight it out with my current sugar daddy. I'm enjoying the show. Okay, but here is the, okay. When you write a new book, okay, you sign rights. Before that, as like a second gen writer, I did not have the options of a non-exclusive. Now I do, and I'm like a non-exclusive person. So I'm like your your, how do you call it, your call girl. Okay, I'm a call girl for this sugar daddies. I'm not going to fight with all the other girls who devote their entire hearts and have it broken. I had mine broken. Okay, I had mine broken by Webnovel itself. I sold two works, exclusive rights to them, which had no potential to sell, which had no potential to be marketed further than Webnovel, because, well, that's just how it is. Okay, I'm a niche writer. That's what I do. I don't expect a lot of attention. I don't expect a lot of love, but I expect Webnovel to do it justice. But no, they didn't. So I said fuck you with all respect. Well, I like writing on like this thing and the platform and everything, but it's not meant for me. You're not the one. And much like all my IRL relationship track records, if I see something after, okay, I am a little bit dumber with Webnovel. Okay, it's like my first love, whereby you try to cling on to the pieces of it even though you see it cracking and it's not gonna work out. Webnovel is my first love, but then I grew wiser. So my dating track record is this. Okay, I give my potential people 3 months. I do a trial date. So like I will date you seriously for 3 months, and then I will reevaluate you to see if we have chemistry and it is possible for like an investment for further time and emotions into a relationship. Most times the people I date just fall flat here, and I just say no thank you, because I know, like, I can see it coming. Humans don't change. They really don't change at all. Like, how do I say this? Unless something major happens, humans tend to be complacent. I'm not exactly human, so I understand that people don't really change. And I've accepted that fact and I've moved on, which is why I am not actively seeking for a relationship, but I will maintain contacts with people whom I deem decent enough, like who are not stalkerish, who do not creep me out, who are not toxic as fuck after a breakup and stuff like that. No, yeah, but most times the people I date are kind of like that. So I cut them off. Okay, I'm very good at cutting people off. I don't want to associate myself with anything that is negative, in a sense, because I am positively depressed all the time. So my sugar daddy number 1, Webnovel, versus my sugar daddy number 2, like on Good Novel. Webnovel does this. So they say, we're gonna give you prizes, okay? We're gonna give you prizes. You're gonna give you prizes. And then they only tell you like, oh, write a book and then we'll get our content editors to get you a contract if it's good. And everybody is applied, like, you can get a contract. Don't pay for contracts and stuff like that. By the way, I read in like the Discord server of Webnovel authors, people are actually asking you to pay to get a Webnovel contract. Please don't. Okay, that's a scam. That's a downright scam. It's not my sugar daddy stuff, okay? They are not my sugar daddy stuff. Alright, the reason why I fell in love with Webnovel so hard is because I was treated really well. Not by my sugar daddy, but like their secretary. So their secretary, which is actually the content editors back then, like when they first got the content editors, not when I first signed, but like the second batch of content editors, the ones that the first batch of Singaporean content editors. Yes, okay, I love them so much. There was one particular lady I wrote a book for, like exclusively just for her, to be contracted under her, because I loved her so much. She's such a dear. All right, the secretary is so kind, so kind. I stayed for them. But eventually they left, and I realized that if they couldn't, like, they tried to put in good words for their boss, but they couldn't even believe in the words that they were saying and they left, I was like, that's some major fuck up right there. So I grew eyes and I decided to leave as well. I guess there was no point. So this is the price, okay? And this is the price for, yeah, right? So if you see, the tiers are rather similar, and then there's this. Okay, they try to do it differently. Okay, both sugar daddies have different payouts. In case you didn't know, sugar daddies also have payouts. Like IRL sugar daddies also have like budget limits. They give you like entertainment expenses. Some of them are like a by per call that I call you and then I pay you for that, or like by per like the hour. So it really depends. Okay, these sugar daddies, they pay out differently. So first price on Good Novel is like 3,000, and then second and fourth is like kind of the same, as like about 2,000ish, and then everybody else is like 1,000ish until the 9th place. And Web Novels, like, okay, we're not gonna give the first place like too much, we're gonna give the second place like not too much, and the third place like not too much, but you're gonna have more of it. So you can only have first to ninth places on Good Novel itself, but on Webnovel it's different. It's like first place is like only one person, but you can have 2 second prizes and 4 third prizes. So even though there are less, and then there are like best newcomer awards, like 5 of them. So if you add them up together, it's like 1, 2, 3, 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12. All right. Sorry, I'm an English teacher, not a math teacher. So there are like 12 winners on Webnovel. So people are like, oh my god, I have more chance here. And then there are like lesser for Good Novel, but the price is higher. So people will try to weigh in the rewards here. And Good Novels like, yeah, we're gonna give you like all these things, like the stars and whatever not. I'm gonna give you all these things only if it does well, okay? And Good Novel is really picky. So Forbes list number 2, Daddy, is a little bit more generous. That's because they're a little bit more pickier with the readers, and the writers themselves. They are very choosy. They have high expectations of their mistresses. But Web Novel Sugar Daddy is kind of like the fuckboy that just wants a hole. Any hole is a goal for Web Novel. Web Novel Sugar Daddy does that. So as you can see, these are the things that Webnovel Sugar Daddy is looking for, and they are like others. It can be any other thing because they don't really care. They're like, if it's a hole, it's a goal. But on the other hand, you take a look here. It's unexpected marriage, unexpected love. There is like a specific theme over here, and it is harder to get into Good Novels exclusive contract than non-exclusive, but I love non-exclusive, so it's not a problem for me. So to be eligible for any nominations or prize, you must have at least 10,000 views, and 10,000 views by April is not easy if you do not write mainstream like me. I do not write mainstream, so it's, yeah, whatever it is. But on the other hand, Web Novels kind of like, yeah, we will judge this, it's very vague, we only need like 100,000 word. No, is it? Yeah, it's 100,000 words. So this one is like 10,000 views, 100,000 words. This one's just like 100,000 words, and they don't even tell you the views. They don't even tell you like the judging criteria and whatever not. They're like, leave it up to us, don't worry your pretty hate about that, just write and we will come back to you when we are ready. And Good Novels like, no, let me tell you all the terms and conditions, because I have standards. If you don't meet these standards, you can just take it somewhere else. That is Good Novel for you. So I don't know, I prefer Good Novel because their work ethics are pretty straight up, and they let you know exactly what they want. Web Novels just like, oh, don't worry or pretty hate about it, we got this. No, you don't got this, okay? So as it is, Web Novels fuckboy history is a little bit strange. So how they pay out their authors, okay? I'm just gonna make like a run through real quick how they pay out authors. Okay, if you see this thing, Good Novel has this thing that is you can have an earning if you have an exclusive contract, and they treat their lovers really well. They're like in for the long time, okay? So until you finish your novel, as long as you want to, you can take as many breaks as you want to. You don't have to apply for leaves or anything like that. They are like, okay, it's on time, on target, baby. Like, no stress, no pressure. I'll be here if you want to come back. I'll be here if you need me. Just let me know. If you need time off, if you need to, like, if you want to go see someone else, I'm okay. It's an open relationship with like no strings attached, but they respect you. They have boundaries. They have rules. They are like, just let us know and we can discuss things. Okay, but they are also very strict. They are like, okay, you have to obey by like these guidelines over here, otherwise we are terminating our working relationship, otherwise we are breaking up, otherwise I am not going to give you any payouts, I'm not going to sponsor your Gucci and Prada and Miu Miu's, I am going to pull off completely. You're not going to be able to contact me, my secretary and my security guards will block you at the front door. That's how Good Novel works, okay? They give you this MAB thing and they are very clear with it. Over here under writer's rewards. Yeah, no. Okay, I can't click that. Nah. Okay, under writer's rewards. So this actually is exclusive. So they give you a signing bonus. They say, okay, if you are my sugar baby, I will treat you right. I will give you a signing bonus. I will give you not as much as Web Novel does give. Web Novel is like 200 per month, but MAB is like 150. But this 150 is something that lasts forever. As long as your book continues and you upload the number of words that they expect you to. It's not about the views or anything, but they will continue to pay this out. So yes, there is no limit. So if you're like, you write for like the first 2 months and you're like, oh my god, I felt sick, I have COVID on like the third month, you can't complete this. Good Novel's like, it's okay, please recover first, health before wealth. And then they let you rest, and maybe you say that, oh my god, I have like college exams or something like that, I need to focus for like 2 months, can I take an extended leave? Good Novel sugar daddy will be like, sure dear, yeah, do whatever you want, like, you it's like you gotta have your own life, you gotta work for it, you gotta like take breaks sometimes, we understand if you want to like do something else and then you come back later, we'll be here, we're not going anywhere. So that's Good Novel sugar daddy. Okay, this has no limit. The MAB has no limit, all right, and only ends when the book is completed. And then when you complete this, they will thank you. They will like, okay, we're gonna give you a completion bonus, we're gonna give you all these things if you write enough, and we're gonna like thank you. It's like oh my god, thank you for being such a great company, I've had the pleasure of my life knowing you, and if we have any other work opportunities again, I wish you all the best endeavors. That is Good Novel, all right. So they have like a lot of these plans. It looks very complicated, but trust me, the overall, if you know how to look at this, would be a lot better than Webnovel, because these are the things that they apply to those who have an exclusive contract. It is like the total plan of something. Alright, it's like the overall package thing. They have different tiers. It's a little bit harder to get money from Good Novel Daddy, but it is easier to earn in like the long run if you are somebody who requires like a day-to-day paycheck kind of thing, a month-to-month paycheck kind of thing. Yeah, Good Novel is your daddy. But if you want something like a whirlwind romance, hot and saucy and just full of no fucks and you just fuck a lot, okay, Webnovel has this as well. It's called the MGS. So the difference between the MAB on Good Novel Daddy and the MGS with the Webnovel Daddy is that MGS Webnovel Daddy says, okay, you can have like not 80,000 words. They revamped it. They're like, writers were complaining, oh my god, I have burnouts, what if I get sick and stuff like that, my internet is down, there was a typhoon, I could not upload and I lost my MGS. And you only have MGS for like 4 months of signing the contract. So they give everybody a contract, right? And then when you sign a contract for exclusives only, non-exclusive is a different story. So for exclusives only, they're like, I'll treat you really well for like 4 months. It's like my dating policy of 3 months, but Webnovel is 4 months. So they pay for everything that you do, but at a cap limit of $200. So they pay for you, and then they say, after 4 months, if you're not performing well, I'm sorry, we don't have the chemistry, you're on your own. So that's what it is. And writers, they usually write like crazy for like the 4 months. Every day you need to upload about 1,500 words. I'm not sure if that's updated, but every day it's a daily requirement. Okay, you have to update 1,500 words. And writers are like, oh my god, but what if I get sick and stuff like that? That's when the LOA comes in. It's like the leave of absence. I think it goes up to 5 days. I'm not so sure. You have to apply for it like a corporate slave. So this is Webnovel Daddy. If this is your thing and you're into a short burst of stuff like, oh my god, I have like a 4 months break before I start university, I just want to get my life together, I want to earn some pocket money, extra income stream, you're like, okay, got a Webnovel Daddy. But you only earn a maximum of 800 USD in like the entire 4 months. If you are an MGS farmer, I mean. But if you are not, you want to be like a constant person, go to Good Novel. They have like a lifelong benefit as long as you are a writer and your work actually works. So yeah. And then the good thing about like the non-exclusives that I like here is this thing. So when your book is completed on Good Novel first and it's more than 120 words, so I can do like a first draft over here, upload it, they will pay me $50 for like the completion of it over here, and then I can move it to elsewhere like Amazon or whatever, or like get another non-exclusive contract with Webnovel Sugar Daddy, because collecting sugar daddy is like how I collect my best friends. That's why I think this is something that you can consider. There is this thing going on, Romance Carnival. I won't say it's terrible to join. I'll say that if you want to play with fire and you want to date Webnovel Sugar Daddy, you gotta be careful because you're gonna get your heart broken. A lot of people joined, they were like, oh my god, the prices are so great, I'll put my entire heart and soul into this. And then when they see that the reactions are not as great, they just fall flat and they just question themselves like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Like, where did I go wrong? What doesn't he like about me? I can change, I can redeem myself. Just tell me what you want me to do, I will do it, daddy. No, that isn't what's gonna happen, okay? This daddy has no love. And this daddy, while he has no love, he is a kind daddy. So you choose between these. Web novel's sugar daddy is about royalty, so royal romances. If you're into that shit of you want to be like a freaking princess, you want to be called princess, yes, this is your thing, okay? You want to be married to someone you don't know, who is always handsome, who is like powerful, who is like rich, but who has no heart for you, no love for you. And you're just, every day, you're just like oh, my prince, when will he come for me? Yeah, okay, this is your thing. Web novel sugar daddy likes this kind of thing because it kind of reflects on his character. Billionaires, yes, web novel sugar daddy is all about the money. That's why they go and they find every hole and make it their goal to get into it, because web novel sugar daddy loves nobody. He believes in the potential of every relationship that he forms with people, and he's looking at the angle, which is the paycheck at the end of the day, right? And then there's werewolf, they're like the muscle daddy. So if you're into those muscle people who are like strong, who are like arrogant, who are like proud, who are like, you know, possessive and obsessive, yeah, this is your thing. Not really my thing. I tried, I was like, no, I need like I'm a soft dom kind of person. So I like soft doms, whereby you don't push my boundaries, okay? If you try to push my boundaries, I will stab you. I don't like, but if you try to persuade to me logically and appeal to me physically, like in a not so direct way, I might consider, and I will give you a chance, like the benefit of doubt, because you try to get it across in a nice way and not an obtrusive way. But if you try to suppress me, you're gonna die. Okay, and then apart from these that web novel sugar daddy truly wants to see, he's like, if you're not one of my ideal types, it's okay. We can talk about it. We can give you a chance as well, because I believe in the beauty of every writer, and you are all talented little children that I want to breed, you know? So there's a category called others, and they are not limiting. So you could be like mafia romances, you could be like I don't know, vampire romances. They are like all in here, okay? They are all in here. So if you're like, oh my god, but I want to write a romance that's not in here, what about BL? Well, you can be here as well, because it's romance. They don't specify by gender. What about lesbian romances? What about aromantic romances, or like asexual romance? It's all here, baby. It's in the other section. So it's in the LGBT plus. It's all here. Okay, if it's not written there, in web novel sugar daddy is like oh, don't worry about it, I can change for you. They make it so accommodating, but like, please remember, only for 4 months. If it doesn't take off, you need an exit plan. Do not continue to feed web novel sugar daddy's ego and crush your self-esteem. Girls, ladies, you deserve much better than this. There are other sugar daddies out there. Good novel is not the only sugar daddy on the Forbes list. Web novel is not the sugar daddy on the Forbes list. They might be the bigger ones, but it's not always, like, you know, they are not the only ones. There are others out there, like, I'm sure. Nowadays, it's like every month, okay, not even joking right now, every month in my email or in my Wattpad or in like some of my other accounts, I see a lot of people, like a lot of sugar daddies, a lot of other sugar daddies in the e-fiction market coming to me like, oh dear, we actually found your work on so and so site. It's such a captivating story. Would you be interested in writing for us? Would you be interested in coming to us? We have this payout over here. We're gonna offer you much better than what your sugar daddies give you. That's what they always say. And honestly, I look at their sites and I'm like, you don't have an autosave function? My web novel sugar daddy doesn't even have an autosave function. All my sugar daddies don't have the autosave function, and that's a major turnoff. Yeah, this is why I need Scrivener, and this is why I need like Google Docs and stuff like that. They don't freaking have autosave. Like, these sugar daddies are dysfunctional, okay? But if you are interested, okay, here's what you gotta do. If you want to capture your web novel sugar daddy, or if you want to capture your good novel sugar daddy, here are the flirting guides from a pro flirterer, you know, someone who is a freelance mistress of these two big sugar daddies. All right, I'm like their call girl. Your experienced call girl senpai over here will tell you how to captivate your fuckboy. So this is what you do, okay? First and foremost, for web novel sugar daddy, you gotta pretty it up, okay? Go to my e-course, go and find the one that says, okay, maybe I can go find my e-course. Where is my e-course? Okay, you can go and find the one that says title, cover, and synopsis. Before you begin, yes, maybe it's this one. Or was it level 2? I can't remember. Anyway, so like this is the warning for all of it. So these are like okay, you might want to find out the differences for like, you know, contracts. But I'm assuming if you're a first time writer, you want to do an exclusive because they only pay out exclusives. So that is the thing. And then these are like some of the things that I nope, not this one. Wrong one, sorry. This one. Web novel sugar daddy. Yes, this one. Unit 1.4 in platform mechanics. So if you want to capture web novel sugar daddy's heart and attention, he's like a hate turner. You want to be a hate turner? Go to this, okay? Cover, title, and synopsis for new writers. I'm not gonna go through this now. I will be intending to bring this up in like the YouTube streams and all, but this is what you want to go and look at. And then you want to go to lesson 2, finding inspiration. So the inspiration has been given to you on Web Novel Sugar Daddy. Do not, if you truly want a chance, okay, do not just write the main themes like a royal family. I'm a princess and it's a like, you know, a Rapunzel kind of tale. Don't. Okay, web novel sugar daddy is the kind of daddy who wants someone multi-talented. They want not just royal romance. If you can put in as many other tropes as possible, like isekai, okay, like you get raccooned and you died and you get rebirth into like a royal family, that is like a very typical trope. If you can do a royal family romance with like a system, a love gauge system, whereby you have to capture all these male leads like you're in a game, you're like a dating sim game, but you die for real if you die in there. Yeah, it's like a high risk, high reward kind of thing. Web novel sugar daddy is someone who goes all in. They are like freaking dangerous. They live on the edge. So don't just give royal romance. Don't just give billionaire. Don't just give werewolf. Mix it up, spice it up. Web novel sugar daddy is kinky. So these are the things that you want to create. These are the things that you want to publish. These are the things that you want to consider. Okay, so what happens if you are like someone who, I absolutely am heterophobic. I cannot do straight romances. If you are someone like me who cannot do straight romances because you're kind of heterophobic, do not worry, okay? Here's what you have to do. Go to Unit 2.5. Look at the art of catfishing for niche authors. This is what you do. And honestly, it sales. How do I know? Because Monarch of Solitude was a catfish kind of book. And it works, so my strategy works. Okay, it's proven to work. I'm not the only one who does that. You can talk to Overlord Venus. You can talk to True Dawn. You can talk to Void Taoist. They'll all tell you the same things, alright? They are all catfishes. So catfishing is not against the law in web novel. In fact, sugar daddy web novel loves catfish. It doesn't matter if you're like a trap, because web novel sugar daddy is like all encompassing. Like I said, web novel sugar daddy is probably bisexual, okay? Any hole is a goal for them. So this is what you want to do. And of course, because there is FL, right? This is female lead. This is romance. So it is not a must. But if you want to write the spice and you don't know how to write the spice because your rice purity test is like white rice, Unit 3.3 is for you. Right? And the rest of it you can ignore if you are not interested. So this is it. Right? So this is how you can capture web novel sugar daddy. That is very important. Why? Okay, let me explain. Web novel sugar daddy's business partners. Web novel sugar daddy works with a lot of people who are small employees, who are not very educated, who have like, you know, they take from the farmers, they give them a little bit of change. Web novel sugar daddy is the one who take from the farmers, buy their goods and ship it out to other people to sell it for like 10 times the price. Okay, they are that kind of businessman. They exploit even their readers. Okay, web novel sugar daddy has no love for anyone, including their readers. And their readers are like the poor farmers. They work really hard. They pay for all the books and everything, but they just don't win the game. So these readers, if you imagine them, okay, they just want some time away from the world. They want to feel something that's like a little bit more important to them. They want to feel like they are like the main lead of the stories that they read. It's a lot of self-insert type of readers. So if you want to win the game of web novel sugar daddy and get the contract, well, first and foremost, you gotta win these farmers that you are working with, that they work with. You got to charm his business partners, okay? If you cannot charm his business partners, you're not going to get an investor. If you're not going to get an investor, you're not going to get a contract. If you're not going to get a contract, you don't have enough time to make it, because this is like a 3-month contest. 11, 12, 1, 2, 4 months contest. So even if you get like the contract tomorrow, okay, you need to farm for 4 months. MGS. It has to be MGS, and MGS only lasts 4 months. So they made this like really coincidental. This is how you win Webnovel Sugar Daddy. There are already books. Check this out. Okay, there are already books. There are already votes. There are like 6 pages of this. Holy hell. When I checked this morning, it was like 1 page. Now when I scroll down, there are like 6 pages. Do you see how popular this sugar daddy is? Everybody is throwing themselves at him. They're like, yes, daddy, give it to me. I want a contract. Yeah. And these are the ones that are actually shown because they have been approved. You have to go through a vetting process of uploading 5,000 words first. So don't put in like 1 chapter at a time. You're going to wait for 1 week. You're going to lose out. Upload 5,000 words worth of chapters at one time. Get it vetted, okay? Contact a content editor and then find out if they actually have it under their names. Check whether it is approved. Please read all the guidelines first before you submit those, and then okay, check out your competitors, because there are like 6 pages worth of this. I don't mean like check every single one of them out, but I mean like check the ones who are more popular. Right, check the ones who are more popular and then see what kind of content are they creating, and see if you can actually fight with them. For Webnovel Daddy's love, because yes, if they were like sweet marriage, divorce, rose and thoughts, and then you're like, oh, nobody's doing mafia romances, maybe I can make mafia like billionaire mafia like mixed together, or maybe my mafia is like a werewolf or something like that. Go for it, okay? Webnovel Sugar Daddy is gonna be all up for that. So that's how you can actually capture your own sugar daddy on Webnovel. On the other hand, we have Good Novel Sugar Daddy, which is a little bit of a different game. So you need 5,000 words. Same thing. It's a vetting process. You need to contact like a content editor there. But how do I say this? The Good Novel is a little bit strange. Okay, Good Novel Sugar Daddy is so elusive that I took 1 month to find my content editor on Good Novel, because nobody would reply me. Their secretary are always busy. You're always on hold. You never get to the main line. You don't even get their phone number. You don't even know Good Daddy's personal phone number, because you're a little bitch that it doesn't pay attention to. He only wires in money to your bank account every month on time, but other than that, he doesn't want to talk. That's the difference between Webnovel Sugar Daddy and Good Novel Sugar Daddy. Honestly, I don't know which is worse. Shaking my head. Right, so Good Novel Sugar Daddy is kind of different. You have to work around Good Novel Sugar Daddy differently. You need to be that little bitch, that attention whore that just bugs them every single day. Okay, 3 working day protocol is not gonna save you on Good Novel. You need to bug them every single day. Once you have the 5,000 words, okay, don't wait. Get straight to the point. Go to email or like the editor, or like contact Good Novel and just like, hey, can I just check who is my editor for this account, and then give them your ID and everything, right? Please make it easy for them, because the secretaries are just like super busy. They're like, I don't have time for this shit. There's like another one. You got another one of those mistresses? Oh my god, how many does that make this month? They will judge you so hard. I don't think you should. Don't wait, okay? Don't wait. Just go straight to the editor themselves. And then you need to, okay, they give you all these FAQ things. Okay, what they want to see. Good Novel is classy, so don't give Good Novel Sugar Daddy the Webnovel Sugar Daddy stuff unless you intend to go under non-exclusives. Otherwise, if you're going for exclusive, you need to write up like what they call again, an outline. Yes, you need to write an outline for them of the entire story plot, like what's it gonna be. You need to do character profiles. You need to do a lot of things. Like if you go through my manuscript live stream, you will see that Dokaki, yes, writer Dokaki went through all those outlines that manuscript gives you. It's gonna look something like that. It's gonna look similar. There's like an interview. There's like a very, very lengthy interview that you need to be prepared for, okay? You need to be prepared for that, right? And then this, okay, if you want to know what outlining is like, I think same thing, level 2. Where is it? Level 2, lesson 3.1, how to create original character profile. That is something that you can look at when they ask you for characters. you can go to that. And then over here, skip to lesson 4 planning. Under lesson for unit 4.3, you can go through the outlining. These 2 lessons you need to go through if you have no idea how to fill up the form for Good Novel itself. Like say for example, I want to contract. Do I have a non-contracted work? I don't. Okay, that should be like a button if it's not contracted. I don't have her. Is it all yeah, it's all contracted. This one is even completed. Fuck. Okay, I don't know how to show you guys. I don't have an account. I'm so sorry. I don't have an account that is like non-contracted. Yeah, anyways, all are contracted. There's a button over there that tells you to apply for a contract, and then you see like all those things. Yeah, those things you need to go through. Those things you have to go through to actually get to Good Novel Sugar Daddy. That kind of sucks, but yes, it's a very lengthy process. But know that if you persist, this Good Novel Sugar Daddy, it's gonna be very hard to get into the books of Good Novel Sugar Daddy. But if you do get Good Novel as your Sugar Daddy, you will be taken very good care of for like times to come. In times to come, until you finish your book, of course. And then you have to do that shit all over again, because Good Novel Sugar Daddy is like the, yes, okay, we had a great working relationship, I gave you a lump sum money, and I don't think I'll see you again, but if you want to again, you gotta re-queue, okay? Get in line, bitch. That's Good Novel Sugar Daddy. So essentially, which is why I think honestly, Good Novel is like a classy gentleman sugar daddy, kind of. He is very nice, he's very professional. There is no like dirty things going on. He only wants someone to take out on dates to show to his business partner. He needs a woman who is smart, who is funny, who is classy, who is everything that an ideal man would have, but he doesn't want a relationship. So Good Novel Sugar Daddy is kind of like emotionally unavailable. He's like the kind of person who will treat you well, but he is emotionally unavailable. On the other hand, Webnovel is a fuckboy sugar daddy, because all he wants to do is just get in your pants, and it doesn't matter who it is. You have some sort of like a charm to you. You're not like super stupid or super ugly or like, you know, just non-sleepable with. Webnovel sugar daddy will say yes to everything. Yeah, that is how it works. So I hope this stream kind of clarifies it. I wish I do not get cancelled. I don't want to be cancelled on my video, but I just debut. I don't want to get cancelled. Alright, but this is all for me today. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. I'm going to cook lunch right now and then get to writing. See you guys. Bye bye.